Kakabeka Falls in Ontario, Canada. This is the second largest, by volume, waterfall in all of Canada. Second only to, you guessed it, Niagara Falls. And unlike most of our hikes, the fall comes at the end, but this one starts at the beginning. So, once again, you're probably going to get too much video footage of this waterfall, because it is magnificent how large it is and how much volume there is. To give you size perspective, there's people on the other side. Didn't have the idea again of showing you the bottom of the fall, where you can see all that churning of water going on. Let's describe how different it is just 100 yards upstream than here.
Well, you hear the difference. Up there, the water's crashing in, it's violent, it's turbulent. Over here, probably wouldn't canoe it, but it's a heck of a lot quieter. Even from there to there.
Yeah.
It's not raging.
You can see a little bit of the turbulence there.
Class 1 rapids versus I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Yeah, this is just floating downstream.
Looking at that, you would have no idea what was just a few hundred yards or whatever upstream.
Yep. I like that mountain on the back in the deep too.
Oh, Canada.
Oh,
there's another little peak by the trees.
This is a brief look upstream. I'm walking across the bridge that goes over the water. I'm where the vehicles drive. So there comes one now. I'm gonna head back. Now I'm back where I should be, on the boardwalk. There's my lovely bride, taking photos from the upper side of the waterfalls. The peaceful water flowing just before the voluminous drop that it has down there. And there's some people down there viewing the waterfall from where we were just moments ago. A little bit better view of the water flowing downstream. And that tree that's just happily growing right in the middle of all that mayhem. It always amazes me how that happens. Down a boardwalk. over to the other side. I don't know exactly why I said it that way. But there's a beautiful view of those amazing waterfalls.
Just to be clear, we're crossing over to the other side later, so we'll do that
that's
for
true.
sure.
Look at those rock layers. We found the 1.1 kilometer trail. We're only doing part of it to get this view from downstream of the falls and the path that goes from them. I mean the downstream part that's so quiet that you can see down there, and the rock layers that have formed thereof. And of course there's the beautiful bride in the background as well. Wave, Susan.
Howdy.
Meanwhile, the main attraction, back to the falls. Kakabeka means steep cliffs in that Indian language. And what?
And thundering water or something.
And thundering water, two different
Like-
meanings.
What are you
Gotcha.
doing? Sorry.
Nope, you're never in my way. W.H. Keating Road in 1825, directly opposite the place which we contemplated the falls. There is a rock, a cavity, which superstitions of the Indians said the place of the evil spirit. And they had found creatures, bones of creatures that they know nothing about, so they assumed that it was some evil spirit that had cast upon them. Another quote from Keating. Now this one's from Paul Kane. We arrived at the mountain portage, whose falls surpass even those of Niagara in picturesque beauty. Their height is nearly equal, and the scenery surrounding them infinitely more wild and romantic.
Where
are we?
We're at a cheese farm in
We're at a
Canada.
cheese farm in Canada. Watching a video about how they make
The
cheese.
cheese making process. Can you explain to us what you've done so far?
So far, we've pasteurized the milk. All the milk gets pasteurized for 16 seconds, and it's basically just running it through this machine here, the pasteurizer, and it runs underground from the barn, from the holding tank, and runs through the pasteurizer and runs into the tank here, where it once the tank is full, I add the culture and the rennet, and then it has to sit for half an hour to separate the solids from the liquids.
Here is the front of the Thunder Oak Cheese Farm. This is actually off campus from the farm. They moved about 11 years ago. And what exciting things did we buy?
They underground pipeline the milk in from the cows. Okay, here we are, Thunder Oak Cheese Farm. I wanted to do a cheese farm in Wisconsin, but they were all over by Lake Michigan and not Lake Superior, and we didn't have an extra day, so we didn't. She gave us napkins and paper plates so we can chow on the road. Whoops, okay, imported, sorry. And she also gave us Ziploc bags. Imported crackers
Dutch.
from Dutch, from
Holland.
Okay. Extra old Gouda. It sits for a year.
Over a year on
Over a
the
year.
aging
This
room.
cheese has been sitting in their aging room
Shelf.
for over a year. And who would like this? Jalapeno Gouda. It was their
Jalapeno.
#1 favorite.
#1 seller.
That one's going home. This will stay here, not refrigerated, for 3 to 4 months, so it's going home with us. And for the road, dill Gouda. And
For the
I don't
road.
like pickles, but this was not bad.
It
so
was
it's
pretty
enough
good.
For the road.
Mhm.
I tried the extra sharp, and it had so much flavor. It was more than I could do.
That's beautiful.
So,
That's
we
it.
are loaded up on cheese.
And they have a cow.
And they have a cow.
A Canadian cow
We
out
saw
there,
their
eh?
sign on the highway.
There's the cowie.
Just by luck, there's the cowway.
All right, that's our
Here we
dairy
go. Here we go to cheese.
cheese farm, Thunder Oak Cheese Farm tour.
Oh, we watched the video on how they make it too.
Goodbye, Thunder Oak Cheese Farm. Thank you for the experience we did not get in Wisconsin. Adios, eh?